Hey guys, first off, I just wanted to give you all a chance to look at this beautiful sunset. Experience that with me here. Um, but second of all, I wanted to talk today about a concept from Deepak Chopra's book, The Way of the Wizard. And in this book, he has a point where he talks about essentially identity and kind of what that is and who we are. And kind of the analogy he gives for that in The Way of the Wizard, he's always kind of using this characterization of Merlin speaking with Arthur, essentially. And the whole thing was that Merlin essentially raised a wager with the room and said, who can tell me who this young man is? And everyone tried to guess. They said, oh, well, he's Arthur, of course. And tons of people tossed out different guesses about, what the answer was to this kind of riddle or question. And so, finally, he pretty much takes the money he has and he tosses it away. And Arthur asks him, well, why did you do that? And Merlin replies that the wind had the answer to the question. And essentially the lesson that's being drawn here is that we are formless. We do not have an identity. And the truth is that we can be a lot of different roles at any time. We're really whatever we say we are in the moment, or however someone defines us in the moment. And so we don't really have an identity. There's no label that can really describe us or define us in an accurate way. And so instead, we are constantly playing all of these different roles, whatever suits us at the time in our lives. So we're much more like water. Sometimes we might be a gas, a liquid, a solid. And it just kind of depends on whatever life is calling for us to do or whatever we are choosing to become in that moment. And so what this kind of brings up is the question of authenticity. And, if we can be anything we want to be at any particular time, in any particular moment, then, how do we make sure that we're being our true selves? Well, like I mentioned before, we might be called to play these different roles or learn these different sets of skills that can help us for whatever we're going through in the moment. And so that being said, one of the things that we might want to check with ourselves on is, has this new set of skills or this new role that I've been called to play, has it really become an identity for me? Have I made myself synonymous with it? And this is a really good thing to check in with regularly, because in the process of trying to adapt ourselves to take on new roles, to bring on new skills so that it fits our current point in life, I think that we also begin to lose ourselves. And so just wanted to kind of bring some awareness to that and just kind of sit with that and maybe ask yourself, what are some roles that I've been called to play recently? And how has that possibly changed me from the time I began to take on that role? And have I become synonymous with that role? Have I identified myself purely with that responsibility or that new skill set? Have a great day.